today we will have Canada versus Germany. Canada will be playing Targaryan Sea of Blood, and Germany will be playing their Mystery Knight, which is Lennart Paga. What a better choice for a Mystery Knight than a world champion. Playing Night's Watch Wars to come. Both restricted cards are within their agenda, so there is nothing to be surprised there. Let's look at France's list. Interesting here thing is we see two claimers in the podex, so this means that he's probably going heavy into the Dothraki team. When we look at the character, that's where he decided to go. Events on his side, we have Blood of My Blood, Gifts for the Widow, Put the Torch, Put to the Sword, and Shadow of the East, which is a weird inclusion, but it's cost 0. And we have a quite big array of attachments with Beggar King, Body Arak, Dothraki Steed, Dragon's Skull, Drogo's Ark, Queensguard, Tokar, Illyrio Estate, Virnis, Parquet, Plaza. There is no reset at the side of the board deck. Interesting thing is we don't have a shuffle in the face of Isle of Ravens or the Maesters, but I think looks like that will be taken by the Bernice market. I always forget that they do almost the same thing. And for Lennart, it looks like it's a full-on defense deck with Haunted Forest, 4 Wall. We see no Bound to the Wall. This is probably the only Nightwatch deck without Bound to the Wall, but we see 3 times Yoren for sure. We see Koraimon 3 times, Meister Murin, so we have Outwit and both double resets. Full Duplicity, Barring the Gate, so a lot of things that will probably stop the Targaryen player in jumping things. And let's see if the game is... Can we join? I assume this is the password. Yep, this is the password. So, and we are waiting only for Lennart to join us. Let's see how both factions are currently doing. Results looks like to be 4-2 for Germany. I don't know if this is up to date. But games that are left, looks like we have Alexander Heinz versus Yanis. This will be probably a very interesting matchup if it didn't happen already, but it will be probably a nightmare to watch because both decks, I think Alex is on a slower deck. No, he's on a steely deck, and then we have Yanis playing standard slow Martel control, which is his trademark. And the other we have Patrick versus Nicholas. I assume both of them are shadow decks. Oh, this is crossing? Okay. So we have one more one in crossing, and the Martel deck is again out of the crossing. We saw this matchup this morning. It went to the one side, but who knows? So let's see if Lennart joined the game. Still hasn't. I think with Francis we streamed his game last week in the Greece matchup. Let me just remember. Yep, we saw his game versus Konstantinos where he managed to pull victory. And let's see how Lennart did last week. Where is Germany? Germany, Lennart managed to edge out a victory versus France Mystery Knight, which is Stark Fealty. The Knights War defense have a good matchup versus the Stark Fealty, so that's not surprising. And we're already starting seeing the slew of people that are joining to watch the game. Just to mention in going to the time live, and we are just waiting on Lennart Let's hope he doesn't take too much. Something else that we could have a quick look. One of my many Excel sheets that I prepared for is based on the first round. How is the the Targaryan and Night's Watch win rate? To coax it as a 50%. So both exchange a win. Looks like both exchanges a win. I'll continue updating this and we'll see further developments. Also, I have a sheet that says what pots are used, what restricted cards, but we'll find once we have a little bit more data of win losses, then we'll be able to pull out some very interesting information there. Only mirror match that didn't happen last week is Nightwatch. And considering that there most decks within the meta are Nightwatch in the tournament. Lennart not joining us. I hope he's on time because after that there is one more game that I would like to cover, which will be, I think it was UK with United Kingdom playing with later on. I should know this by the or maybe it wasn't UK. I forgot already. You're having a game right after this one. As Richard saying, let me quickly refresh my mind. China, UK. Oh, okay, so we'll have Matt Herdman matchup with a mirror match in Nightwatch. So George Ankers will be substitute here. This Q1. Come on, Lennart. And we'll wait a little bit more. He's going a little bit late. Maybe I should have confirmed with them before starting the stream. But I always hate when I miss a little bit of introduction. I'm sorry everyone for the wait. Blame our world champion. Just then in the meantime get the screen for us to look in more details and trying to remember stuff in them because I cannot open them during the stream. So let's see if there's something that is out of the ordinary. Nothing I could say here or I could see here that seems to me out of the ordinary. We see a 3 times Paga, interesting, and only one copy of Paga. But there are probably not that many summer pots. 1, 2, 3. Maybe with the 4 and traditional copy of Paga. Other than that, it would be very nice when both of my bot becomes free at some point. And Gifts of the Widow. There is a very interesting dynamic here with Gifts of the Widow, and I don't remember which one was it Body Arak? Okay, so this could allow an infinite cycle of military challenges. Unless if there was the max one per phase trigger on it. The max is set is a hard limit regardless how many times you manage to cycle this, but every turn having two challenges without Drogo. I was about to say there is no Khal Drogo in the deck. With Drogo it's so theoretically up to 3 with constantly cycling Gift of the Widow and Body Arak. In interesting perspective, we almost saw something like that. Okay, so they let me know that I have to... No? I'm in the right room. Thank you, Nico, but looks like I'm in the right room. And they are starting. Okay, so let's see how the game will go on. So, interesting thing for Targaryen is either its opening time of plenty or vanquish, but that entirely depends on how strong his setup is. And I assume the Night Watch Wars is opening at the gates or barring in this matchup. It's a Fickle Mistress Gyrantron, Nico. I would have liked every time to add a faction, I mean a country here on the top, on the bottom to know which one is who. But currently, it's always a mystery. So let's see. Nightwatch is not running March, so this looks like a safe setup, and we see Beggar King. And we have Meister Raymond, Messenger Raven with Castle Black and Underground Wall. I would say a acceptable setup for the Nightwatch 4 cards, but I think that the Targaryen one looks a little bit on the weak side, so I don't expect to see directly going into Vanquish here. Oh, there is a card in Shadow. Okay. That makes it a little bit better. So then we can see without a problem Vanquish here for sure. And go for the aggression from the start. I don't think King of the North is Varant here, Nico. Although he has a king, I will go Vanquish probably because I assume that's a Aegon into the Shadow. So just go ham from there, bring out the big armies and swamp down the military. But we'll see. And looks like Lennart is and looks like Lennart decided to go with the safe bet with barring the gates. I would say it's a very good read at his end, and then we see Vanquish the Unbelievers on the side of Karen player. Francis. I was about to. Sorry about that. Sorry. Okay, Francis. I think it was Francis. There were several options for opening pots, so we don't know. So we couldn't be sure how this will go. Looks like Lennart will be first. Let's see how marshalling. While Lennart is marshalling, let's set up a little bit this. You don't need to see chat, guys, in the game, so we will be able to see the decks a little bit better and be able to refer to our memories. Is there a forest patrol in? No, there is no forest patrol here to combat the military. So we see H Craftman, one of my new favorite cards. Did it miss? Oh, it put copy of Castle Black in the game. Like he would on that one. And then Ranging Party. And we look. So I would say pretty solid turn one for Lennart. And knowing that there is no a hard reset in the Targaryen list. Luckily for Targaryen player there was no Yor in turn one. But Lennart is running 3 of them, so I assume we will see Yoren at some point in time making a huge swing on the board. We see Caldrogo. And to AGoT safe. Looks like this turn Lennart will be able to withstand the onslaught with that ranging party. Because they'll be able to defend one of the military challenges for sure. And I don't see them kneeling. And the other one, so I wonder if Lennart will poke power challenge in intrigue here. It's something that's worth considering. I don't recall if there is stealth in the only Jobu has stealth, I think, with the Dothraki. This turn it looks. Yep, you're right, Nico. Would have stopped those as well. But still, even if that was the case, he would have still pushed only one military through with the current hand. And actually, he would have been able to use the bigger thing. Maybe. We'll see if this will come back to haunt him. Looks like Lennart decided to push only one challenge. And military with bolt. Ranging party will defend up to 9. Are we going to see nightmares? I mean, king in the north is always good regardless of the matchup. We see Gifts of the Widow finding the Dothraki Steed. So how much is this? 12. Exactly by 5. So he'll be able to trigger his agenda to find. Interesting. I didn't foresaw this. I mean, that's how much I know about the matchup. And we see put to the torch. Okay, so looks like the turn didn't look that bad in the end. And we'll see the H Craftman given for claim. And the Raven will be probably saved. by Master Raymond. And dominant goes to Lennart. So I wonder what's the reason if you have 10 pots to not run March to the wall. We see terrible pots, so I have some spikes here in my eyes. While we have a single March to the wall can solve so many problems. Next pot, I believe it will be King in the North. It makes sense for Francis to play King in the North here. And for Lennart probably at the gates to find the... You think he'll go fortified? It's possible, yep. Makes sense. Also makes sense. But without knowing his... There are so many things to consider. Yeah, so yeah, you're right, fortified makes complete sense. We see Yano discarded for reserve. And we see Rosa discarded for reserve from the Targaryen player. I won't be surprised to see fortified as well. Makes a lot more. Let's see if Lennart will go with our train of thoughts. But let's not forget that let's also think about that we see at the gate into King Lennart. Okay, so this is even worse for Lennart now because he can cycle the flea bottom Aliphant, but he won't be able to trigger it. So looks like Lennart wanted to establish his economy, but I assume it will be nuked down. But there was only one. Was it only one? Not this deck. This deck. Was it only one? There is only one put to the torch, and currently there is no way for Francis to shuffle it back into the deck. So on that front, he is safe. But put to the torch could come very huge. Put to the sword come very huge. You see one raiding Kalisar, which can be brought alongside Aegon. And is there another target? Dario. What was Aegon bring? Army or mercenary? So looks like that's it. One raiding Kalisar and one Dario. I would say a little bit few of targets my liking, but we without problem probably will see the Gift of the Widow play for one of the challenges, so I won't be surprised to see 3 military challenges this turn. But there is no party like the Ranger party. I don't know if you've heard that, but they come to save Lennart. I don't know why these guys remind me so much of the Northern Cavalry flank. Maybe that's why I love them as much. And we see a huge Cote trigger with discarding double Missandei in the challenger phase. One thing after watching this deck for a second time, the Targaryan one, it's fucking scary. This is really scary deck. We see Intrigue Challenge with the Reducer. Oh, with Master Aemon. And Cote defending it with all his might. So the thing that we could look into here is that Lennart has access to 2 resets, so he'll be able to pull the game back, I think, without much of a problems. Because one of the resets will be much with return, but the next one will probably hit harder. It's just matter how he'll decide to and you see Jovo joining the fight thanks to both of my bot. How he decide to pace his resets. Military for 12, helping one of the ranging parties. Who, if he plays a copy of Bodyguard? Francis? I don't recall seeing Bodyguard there. Nope. All the aggressive attachments. Drogosarak, Queensguard, Toker, Beggar King, want to track Street. Wait, isn't there another Dothraki Street card? We see Foot to the Sword, killing Cayman, and Claim going for the... And did we had... Where did the Queensguard came from? Oh, it has a shadow. Oh my god. I missed that part of the text always. We rarely see it played out of shadows. We see another military challenge for 11. Unfortunately not to carry it. Like Francis didn't hit the the event in hand. Let's hope this is not put to the torch. Put to the sword. Last card. see intrigue. Sunday. I think that until Francis manages to find the first Milanese market, he will Lennart has a chance to stabilize. But after that point, I don't think there is any hope. Um, I'm not sure which reset is better in this situation. Obviously, it's Valardi because without Aemon, but I would be inclined to Morgulis just to wipe out everything. And we know that in hand there is a single photo, Joe, Joe in hand. Because if he leaves Khal Drogo and Missandei and the Boat Riders in play, I think it will be a lot more painful. Jogo needs another Boat Rider to have stealth, so maybe the Volardo Harris will be enough. I think now Lennart goes into fortified for sure. Let's see. There is exchange of information in the Targaryan side that or you go, you win, or you die here, just to cement your advantage and then go into exchange. From the Targaryen side. And it's what better because for the Duheris you don't care that much if it is Duheris to not match it with the return. You see exchange into our Duheris. I would have maybe considered playing this after a reset or after my win or you die. And now we have, let's see what we have. We have Talker, Braided Warrior, Devoted Boat Rider, Freedman, Gifts of the Widow. Unfortunately, there is Gifts of the Widow here, which is one of. So we'll see, and it will be a 4-card draw. So we see 2 cards, Gifts of the Widow, Illyrio Estate, and a Freedman, I would expect. So Freedman, Illyrio Estate, 2 cards, and Gifts of the Widow. Although Freedman is a card that currently has a drawback into giving it to wait, why only those two and not Missandei? Did he misclick? This cannot be saved, right? Yep. Okay, so looks like he misclicked. Let's see how they will. Sorry about that, guys. Someone is enjoying his last sunny days. They're just resolving the click. I mean, I expect Lennart to let him keep her. It doesn't make sense to not have her on the board. Here. Power D and exchange plate. There is, give me a second, guys. In about, was it in the about? I help them. There is cancel prompt, I think. Okay, so let's see what will happen. Okay, so this looks like it went through properly, and we see one misunderstanding. Just drag the dupe from the bottom. I don't know. I have to enter in few games to see what's possible and um, let's see, get the dupe. Okay, that's also an option. That's also an option for Francis. Looks like they resolved it. Nothing major. It happens with the technology at time. Computer setup. And back to our regular podcast. Let's see. First player. You know this, I missed who is first player. First player will be the Targaryan. Also, I could have hooked up here. You see Jogo joining the party. Luckily, there is no bot rider at the moment for the stealth, but Jogo is a beast at 8 strength currently, 6, 7. So a little bit more now. And you see the body arc for several military challenges. Some cravens. Are there cravens in Lennart's deck? There are 3 of them. So maybe yes. Let's hope he managed to find some. So Lennart is running 3 cravens and 3 milks, so any combination of these would be very nice. And 2 Dragon Glass daggers. Even the daggers could prove very key on any of the ranged parties. Let's see how Lennart will approach the situation. Unfortunately, there is still no Myrinese market for Francis. We see flea bottom trigger, flea bottom alley trigger. For Edge Craftman, that will probably fetch another one for another key location. For another flea bottom. Yep. That's how those guys chain each other. And we see Meister Murin. Ooh, this is very huge. Stopping. Actually, what would you stop here? Drogo for military or Jogo for military? I think I would stop Jogo here for military for sure. Because with the 8 strength, it's not very. It will be easier to handle than this beast. That would go to 9. And we see more towns with, I assume, bestow 3. If there is nothing much you can do here. Okay, so only 2 and for 1 gold. Raven for milk. Was there is nightmares in the hand that Lennart has access to, so maybe that's why he's saving the last gold. And milk. And Caldrogo. So looks like game is going, could go either way at this point. Lennart preserved, still has access to Lower Morgulus, but he wasn't able to, but Francis saved his return. And it's also a good thing that he didn't play you win or you die, because this turn would have been very bad for him. We see Meister Murin stopping Jogo from doing his thing. And now the situation looks a lot more bearable. Milk also helps a lot here. Nico. Yep, the Moulin was a very much needed play here. So with Meister Moulin on the board, Lennart has access to outwit now, and I wonder if we'll see him trying to stop the Yun or you die, or something else. Costco, currently there are no dead characters for Francis, complicated. I'm very happy that the first game this morning and this one are going to be a very interesting games. Looks like there will be no agenda trigger this turn. We see an intrigue challenge coming from Missandei. Do we have which deck is this? We don't have the ambush intrigue icon here from Lennart. Ooh, that's a terrible discard. He would have made a short work on the board. And also he's a very huge body. Lennart, looking at his following pods, I don't think any of the pods has enough economy to play him. To play either Corin or Yorin, so more or less that's the situation. Also he's not turning King's Roads to help with that, so we'll see how things will go from there. Something that is worth mentioning is that currently maybe Lennart will be able to push probably only one challenge on. Like he decided to stop there, and our challenge with all. Yep. On the offense. We see defense for 10. I wonder why he nailed all of them. Single one was more than enough. Short is the highest economy pot is fortified. Outwit is 3, Vow Armor is 2, Heads is 4. Fortified, I think it's 4 as well. I don't recall exposed, and counter is 2, so almost no economy there. And as for Targaryen, there is more than enough economy in his pot deck. With Costco, Return, and Time of Plenty, and you win or you die. Let's see what Lennart will go here. Maybe counting. to just fix some of the economy problems that he has. But that doesn't mean with most town maybe he'll be able to stall one more turn. We see heads on spikes versus you win or you die. I wonder why we see you win or you die, because Francis is aware that Lennart will be able to stop Drogo and Jogo this turn as well. And you see gifts for the widow hit by head of spike, so this feels like a little bit of a waste. And first player will be Lennart, so I expect him to go in full defense here. Maybe, but Lennart is playing this beautiful card, so if he top decks it, so we'll see. We know there is one Cote at the bottom, and he's playing 3 of them, so won't be surprised if there is one. Looks like Lennart found one economy card. And let's see what else will be there. A little bit of draw. We'll see if Francis will be able to find Merinis market, or was able to find Merinis market at the point. A very crucial card for the whole deck to function properly. We see Jorah the Explorer. And one more Braided Warrior, and one more Braided Warrior. All the Braided Warriors. And we see Beggar King finally marshaled again on Missandei, the queen that was promised. And we see Drogo's. Looks like Francis is spreading all the attachments around. So with all this, I think he'll be able to push a military through for a trigger of the agenda. Oh, we missed Hop. How did we miss Three Finger Hop? No, more than enough claim on the side of the Nightwatch player in the face of the Raven and Edge Craftsman. So here for sure we'll see Jogo and Drogo stopped again. But then again, if we have a military with everyone, this is 5, 9, 15. Okay, more than enough strength to stop the trigger. If you have Yoren, it's true that you don't need Power Morgulis next turn. But let's not forget that you have very hard time being able to protect his hand versus the two claim here, because we'll see Mullin most definitely nailed here. So this time he chose the other way around, or this should be without coin, without gold. Okay, so he cannot choose the same order. Okay, end result is the same. Jogo will not go on the offense anytime soon, and Drogo will be participate only in the power challenges. And no challenges for Lennart. So depending how we see the challenges ordered now, we may see several different outcomes. So we are starting with a power challenge, and that will be probably opposed by the aged craftsman. If there was Cote on the board, I would most definitely consider Devour more. But with this current board, maybe not that sure of it. Few Murgulis would probably make sense. But again, depends if he finds Shoren or not. Let's not forget that the WoW is still not in play. Uh, we see Friedman discarded to stand Drogo. And we'll see them join the field thanks to the win by 5, or maybe not. Quite not. We see military for how much? Either attacks with all of them or with none of them. Okay, so then we'll see a full defense with the both ranging parties and triggering Castle Black. And we see defense for 12. And the Raven and the H Craftsman will go to claim. And finally, Intrigue with Missandei. Maybe he wants the Freedman for future turns, where he can secure a win by 5. Unfortunately, now in the discard pile, one of the targets for praying for Aegon is in the discard pile, so only the mercenary king, but there is no mercenaries on the board for
Mortimer and Whitehouse.
decided to talk to me. So Yoren was hit. Yep. And we see body racking gifts for the wheel discarded. I wonder why he didn't play gifts during one of the military challenges. Although I don't think there are any more attachments left in the deck. And Francis reminding Lennart that they do have a dupe. So looks like he's really expecting the reset here. And without hoping to lose some cards. We see culting into return. So with the few economy here, I assume Lennart is hoping to draw into those magical cravens. Lennart will be first player, drawing 3 and then drawing 2 more. I wonder if Francis will choose all three characters for the reset. And with the play of the counting, he also stopped the beggar king trigger. So he chose only one. I would have probably triggered used the other brilliant warrior as well. For sure. But maybe he has the right cards in his hand. Precisely being Marinese market. Probably that's the... We would never mention it again in other games. It's so important. That is true, Nicola. There they have no attachments. This is Stuart on the wall. And here comes the Craven. And Jogo is officially a coward now. Stuart of the wall for Tower Mason. Looks like Lennart is slow and steady. And there is the first Marinese market. Duke for Drogo. I was about to say that Lennart is stabilizing, but this looks like it will go south. And a card in shadow. So the only other card that's shadow is AGoT, so this is definitely AGoT. Oh, yep, Wama, also Shadow of the East. Then where do you use Mullen now in this case, if you're expecting to be Shadow of the East? So what's the wording here? Choose an attachment in the card and just that. If it's a symbol, return it to your hand. Mana. So we see Shadow is a shadow card. Dragon's Coe is another one. We know it's not Queen's Guard. And the other one is AGoT, for sure. So it could be Dragon's Coe as well, for surprise renown somewhere. But the most of the characters cannot wear it. Okay, what's going on here? How many? So it's a dupe, a gold, and 3 power. Drogo. So Khal cannot participate in the military challenges now. And now we see a situation where there is not sufficient strength to go through the military. We see Aegon and Dario. Ali Companion Mercenary. So he'll be able to take the Steward of the Wall. But this gives him a huge military icon. So now the military is for 16 versus 12, 14. So again, not enough for a trigger. But we will see Steward of the Wall stolen and something else must be given for claim. So maybe the Shadow Tower Mason. No bad Shadow cards. All of them are good. We see a power challenge with Aegon, which Lennart must let go. Unopposed for sure. So what events are still in the deck? We see one more put to the sword. No more gifts to the widow. One more bother my bot. There is still few in the Targaryen deck and Mirni's market to turn things around for sure. Looks like Renner decided to oppose it with... will this cost him now? So now there is 16 for military and... Okay, still 12 for defense, so he's still in green. Yep, he should be safe. We see an intricate Missandei and it will be opposed with Hop. We see how the discarded came. And military with O. Fun fact, the Craven gives strength to Joe for the defense. So what would be you next spot will be on the side of the Targaryen player? Close call? Winner die was used, right? Lennart. We see 12 to 12. And then the Tower Mason will be given flame. And renown on Dario. And we see dominance for Targaryen player with Dario going back to hand. Now would have been a good choice for heads on spikes. So are we going to see finally the reset, but Drogo and Missandei being with dupes? We see a last trigger of hope. And he didn't use market, yep. So I would have shuffled just for the just for the ability to bring out Missandei onto the board. So are we going to see close call or time of plenty here? Now that return is out of the picture. I'm... What? Okay. He didn't give this way. He didn't give the role to the Targaryen player, although he would have been able to choose the order of the plots. The card in Shadow, Shadow of the East, removing Craven. Oh, it removes Milk of the Poppy, and then we will remove the Craven. Oh, this is disgusting. This was disgusting. And now it's back in Shadow for the next attachment. Who said those events are terrible? They are, but still, they have their uses. Oh my god. But it doesn't... Oh, okay, there is exactly your N economy. Oh, let's go, your N. Did he? Okay, so we're in Lennart's marshalling. Let's see how Lennart will approach the situation. If someone can get out of this tricky mess, Lennart's probably one of the players that could do it. But it looks bleak. We see Underground Vault, 2 for 2. Stewart. Howler. Oh, not enough. This doesn't look like it will be enough. I mean, there are 2 to 3 military challenges this phase, and this board doesn't look like it will be able to withstand it. And Drogo can be in at least 2 challenges. Actually 3, because they're... Maybe save the last card in shadow, but no, there is no justification for that. So I wonder if Master Bully now would have to stop Khal Drogo for the power, maybe, but it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters with 3 military challenges coming at you. Luckily, there is no stealth for Drogo, but this is just more. He's at 12 strength alone. I run out of coffee. The first player is Francis, so challenges. Murin will stop Drogo for sure in one type of challenge. Oh, he decided to stop Drogo. Then is it over? You see intrigue with Joro. That will be opposed by Murin, that's 13. And then everything else with Drogo and company. If this goes through, I think the power with Drogo will be more than enough. And looks like that will be the case. So you have power with Drogo, Jogo, and... Oh, nightmares! Good. Good. Okay, so maybe there is still hope to survive this turn. Now he just has to have to oppose all the challenges. We completely forgot about the nightmares, Nico. That could be an option. So I don't think there will be a problem winning the power challenge. We see military for 16. That could be a post for 14. I completely forgot that Drogo will not new for the first military, thanks to the attachment. I don't think there will be a problem winning the dominance with the deck. So with the current board, you just need to win the power. Make sure he wins the power challenge. We see defense for 12. Can we find additional strength from somewhere? No, looks like no at this point. Yours was given for claim. And I think power challenge and standing Drogo would be enough for dominance. A whopping 23 strength. Queensguard with another freedman. And looks like Lennart realized that it would be a game. Great game. With this, the score goes around 2. Canada, Germany, looks like it's 3-4. Looks like this will be another tight matchup similar to the Italy and Netherlands. Amazing game. Thank you all for watching and see you in the next stream.